Okay, Titan fam, I cleaned up the engine bay a little bit and went for a drive, and afterwards I was getting a stumble and a check engine light. I used my blue driver, pulled up the engine scan, and we're getting the P300, 301 and 307 misfire on cylinder 1 and cylinder 7. So I thought maybe it had something to do with cleaning the engine bay, but I did that with the battery disconnected. I didn't use any high pressure water, and I let everything dry out before hooking up the battery and going for a drive. After that, I checked a lot of the electrical connections. None of them had water in them. They all looked good. They were all tight. And then I decided to pull coil. And I am using the Z1 off-road coils. There was nothing wrong with the OEM coils when I took them out. I just thought I was doing an upgrade. So I had kept the OEM coils. So I figured I'd just put one of the old coils in and maybe the old plug in and see if that went away. I'll show you what I found. Coil was completely loose and the top lifted right off. It's supposed to have the stem attached, and you can see this rubber is all melted or corroded, eaten away. That's basically what it looked like when I came out. I had to grab the rubber boot and pull it out by hand. It's supposed to come as one piece, and you can see the same thing in there, whether it's the heat or vibration or what, I don't know, but that being loose probably caused my misfire. The plug looks pretty good. I mean, there's some black around here, but yeah, the plug looks like the old ones were when I took them out. And it hasn't been very long since I did all 8 coils and all 8 plugs. So I just checked it out. It's been about exactly 1 year since I swapped these plugs and coils. First time in 9 years I've had a misfire on this truck, 1 year into these coil packs. So I did clear the codes, and the cylinder 7 misfire went away, but the cylinder 1 misfire stayed. But after seeing this, I'm going to pull that cylinder 7 coil and change it back as well, and then probably eventually I'm going to change them all back, or maybe try out the Volkswagen coils. Everyone calls them the Audi R8 coils, but they're Volkswagen coils. And for doing plugs, I highly recommend one of these spark plug extensions. It's got the swivel, and this won't come off. It's attached, and it's also magnetic, so you can stick your plug in, stick it in the cylinder, start screwing it down, pull it out. And same thing when you're pulling it out, it just stays to it. And there's no chance of losing your socket or extension down the spark plug hole. So in my manual, the odd numbers are on the driver's side, even on passenger side, and one's at the front. So I was having misfires on the very front one and the very back one. I pulled the back one and I don't see any issues with this one. I'm not going to break it apart to see if there's anything wrong, or maybe I will. I'll decide later, but anyways, I'm going to change this one, which was out of 7, and the coil out of 1. Alright, so not feeling too confident about the coils, I decided to switch them all back to OEM. This is why you don't throw things out unless you know it's bad. There was nothing wrong with my OEM coils, so we're going to switch back to them. Pulled another one, exact same thing. Look at that. It's all burnt up and melted. These aren't supposed to come apart like this. They're supposed to be a plastic, like a nipple about that long, that this snaps onto to hold it together. Not looking good. So that's 2 of the coils like that, and then one of the other cylinders had a misfire too. So 2 cylinders with a misfire plus 2 bad coils. This one wasn't misfiring, but it likely was about to at any time. So we'll swap them all back to OEM, and on Tuesday, this is a long weekend, Canada Day and Memorial Day, so we'll call them when they're open and see what they say. So Z1 Off-Road stepped up and they replaced 2 of the coils under warranty. no charge. I did send the old ones back, so we got 2 brand new coils to replace them. But I'm still hesitant to run them now after them failing after only a few thousand kilometers. Like I said before, these were only in the truck for a year. The OEM coils were in there for 9 years, and they're back in, and I have no issues again with the OEM coils. Still running good. So I'm running the OEM coils for now, and I did go ahead and pick up a set of these Volkswagen coils. So to run those, got an adapter from Performance Racing, so I can run those. We'll try them out, and what I am going to do is we're going to dyno these. We're going to dyno all 3 sets of coils and compare them and give you guys the numbers. So we've got the OEM ones in the truck right now, and then we'll try out the Z1 off-road, and then everyone wants to know if these actually make power. We'll find out. These weigh significantly more than these do. And it's not just from the outer casing here. That's pretty lightweight. The weight is in the end here. You can feel it. Feel the weight in that. So these are supposed to have more copper, more windings than the OEM coils. But when I compare the two in my coil video, these actually weighed less than the OEM coils. So I don't believe that statement is true. I believe the OEM coil probably has more copper, probably has more windings than these do. So anyways, just to wrap this video up, check out this link for the previous coil comparison video that I did, and look forward to a dyno video comparing all 3 sets of coils in the Titan. Thanks for watching.